Hello guys, my name is Rodrigo Banzato and welcome to the Tonka3D Total Object. Okay, let me show you the pipeline of this collection, alright? Let's start talking about low poly models. What is a low poly model today? Today we cannot think in a low poly model without the high poly model, alright? In the beginning, we used just a low poly mesh with simple textures, but today we extract all the information from the high poly model and from the high poly texture. So the first step is to make a high poly model. You can use 3ds Max, Mudbox, Mold, Blender, Maya, and ZBrush, whatever. You need to choose a 3D software to model these high poly models. Okay, basically I use 3ds Max. A lot of details that I make in 3ds Max, some artists prefer to make these details in the Mudbox or in the ZBrush. Okay, another thing that I like to model the high poly model in 3ds Max in a way thinking that I can use this mesh to a low poly model. This is an interesting point of this process. In this collection you'll find two videos, by the way, two productions. You have 30 videos showing all these steps from a simple box of the 3ds Max to the ultra detailed mesh in Unreal Engine 4. Alright? Here in this collection I show you two types of models. One very organic is that is a sofa, and the another one is a washing machine with very hard edges, very precise modeling, so it's very different and very detailed. So I show you all these steps that I'm showing to you here. So after we have the high poly model, we must texture the high poly model. To make this texture, you can make this texture very fast. You don't need to worry too much in this step because the final product will be a low poly model, so we can fix a lot of things in Photoshop. Okay, these textures of the high poly model can be produced by the splines of 3ds Max. You can use your creative to texture this high poly model. Okay, you can paint in ZBrush, you can paint in Mudbox, you can make the texture in Photoshop, or even you can use the procedural textures in 3ds Max. Alright, so you have a lot of options to make these high poly textures. After this completed, you may want to start the low poly model. I show you in the videos a lot process to make this. You can start with a simple box, or you can reuse the mesh. I really like to reuse the mesh, eliminating the excess edges. So you have to make the low poly model, and you have to make for a professional model you have to make the LODs, LODs, okay, the level of details. So at least 3 or 4 low poly models for each model. Okay, so you can work more optimized in the engine, in the final product. After you made the low poly model, you have to unwrap. The unwrap phase is very important. You have to cut the model in a way that you can open the mesh. So you have the seams and all this process where you say where you want more resolution and where you don't need too much resolution. All models has these options. So if I have some logos on some texts in a washing machine, for example, I can make that part with a high resolution, and other parts like the bottom part of a product or the back, alright, I don't need resolution in that area. So it depends of the model. Okay, and talking a little about the low poly model, when you make the high poly model, you don't want to think about the triangle count. You can make a sofa with 2,000 trees, 20,000 trees, or 2 million triangles, okay, whatever. But in the low poly model, for the great experience, you may be between 500 and 20,000 triangles. Alright? One polygon with 4 sides is formed by 2 triangles. Okay, let's continue here. After the unwrap process, we have to extract the information from the high poly. So all the details you made in the high poly models, including the texture, will be extracted to use in the low poly model. So after you have the low poly model with all these informations, alright, you have the view ray or UDK options. View ray is good if you are thinking to make a video or a still image, because the render is pretty good. You have the view ray normal map channel that is really good. Alright, and here I'm talking about configuration view ray. Okay, so we have some tips here. Okay, let me show you an example here. In this collection, we have here all the packages. Okay, so let's say, for example, you have the offset and you have the chair tool. So here you have a preview, a render from view ray. So here is the low poly model. And here you have a high setup and low setup, and here the texture. You have a normal and a specular. You don't need a diffuse color here. You can put in the program, even in V-Ray, even in UDK. Here's just a color, more or less black, and here you don't have a color. So it's a 100% chrome. Let me open the low setup. The low setup I will open here in 3ds Max. As you can see, here is the low poly mesh, very optimized. Let me click render, and you'll see this render is very fast because it's a low setup. I'm not including reflections in the floor. I'm not including a strong occlusion shadows here. So you can really work with this. Okay, you can go here, make it a lot copies, and you still have a fast render. That's because we are talking about low poly models. Okay, in a professional way, guys. This is not just low poly models. This is low poly models made for Unreal Engine 4. That's what I want to say. Okay, let me close this, and we have the high setup. Let's bring this high setup here, open. And so here is a different situation. I have a lot of options here. For example, V-Ray Sync filter. I made some changes in direct illumination, settings. You will see all these in the videos, okay? As I told you, we have 2 videos, 2 productions, and there is 30 videos. You have the production of the sofa and a production of a washing machine, okay? If you want to see the washing machine, the sofa, let me show you. Okay, sofa. We have 2 options of sofa. This is one of them. Okay, so you see the production from 0 to 100. In both cases, V-Ray, UDK, and Unreal Engine 4. Okay, guys, let me go here and show you some examples of products of this collection. Okay, so this is a very detailed model. We have a lot of information here with a very optimized mesh. Okay, 2,400 trees. We have at least 2 or 3 lots here, level of details. And here is stove, a sofa, and so the race sofa. It's very nice. We also included a rigged human in this collection, because you may want to put some people sitting in chairs, sitting in sofa, or maybe walking in the street. I will show you in a future video of this collection that we can use this. For example, if you want to change this pose and export it to the Unreal, I will show you how to make this. All this model has just 1 and 2048 texture, and this is the high quality. This is the the detail you see of this model. So in the shoes, you have the watch, the glasses. All this model have 13,000 triangles. Okay, so with 2 or 3 LODs. All right, let's go here. You have a great vegetation package with flowers, grass, little stones, and trees. Here is our grass made for work in V-Ray, to work in UDK. And here is our chair. We also have a car in this collection, so if you want to put a simple car in your project, it's here with LODs. Okay, and here some booth. Here is a banana tree. Okay, also very optimized with great textures. A lot models of these collections has textures from the Tonka3D Total image. Alright, so Tonka3D Total image has a great material with a high resolution that you can use to produce new models. Okay, let me close. No, I will not close. I will show you here all the models we have in these collections in a simple way, very fast. In the kitchen, the office, here extra, the human, and here for the garden, as you can see, we have a lot models. In the laundry, here's the washing machine. All right, here for the bedroom, for the street, for the living room, dining room, TV room, the terrace. So if you're making a project, you have the pool, so you need to put some vegetation here in this vase. You need to put some decoration, so you have this option. All right, and in this collection you will have this 360 HDR image. We use this image to illuminate our scene in 3ds Max, and with a grayscale tone of this, I use this in Unreal in UDK to produce the reflection that we saw there. Talking about the UDK, let's go in the UDK and let me show you that we have the UDK package. Here in the UDK package you have all the LOD informations here. By the way, talking about the LODs, I'm telling you about the configuration of the V-Ray. Continuing here, let's configure the UDK. Okay, to work with the UDK, we are working here with DirectX 11. So you may want to use here switch handler, use DirectX 11. You only use DirectX 9 for a project to work in a mobile or something like that. But today all the video cards has a DirectX 11. Let's open our collection, because here in TTO package you need to read this to see where to save these files in your computer. And here is this, that is the scenes. We've included all these models. We have more or less 100 models, low poly models. Let me show you these scenes, it's very interesting. Let me open here, recent. Let's go to the living room, for example. So here is the scene of the living room. If you see, you have this chrome effect. It's very, very nice. We have the reflections here, for example. You have the sofa. Okay. We have another package here. Let me open the garden. Where is the garden scene? Just to show you that I put in any place here, just to show you all the objects. So here I have a little palm. Here's the grass I made to work in V-Ray and in UDK. Some palm here, medium palm, big palm, small palm. Okay, you have a lot of options. Leaves in the floor. If you want to make a copy, just drag it here. Okay, let me open another one. I will open the Garden 2 scene. Don't save. Okay, here's a good one. We have a lot of trees here, as you can see. the quality. I really like these small trees. Okay, in fact, some models we have a low, mid, and high. The low has less leaves, and the high is very dense. For example, this. Okay, so you have different options. Take a look in the shadows here. The shadows are pretty good. When I make a copy, boom, I lost the shadow information. So to have this look in this model, I would need to use the building lights. Okay, guys, just to tell you that the building light, the light mask, it's really good to make this realistic effect. File, I already told you about the switch render. Let me show you the chrome effect. Where are the offset here? Don't save. So let me click play here. As you can see, we have the reflection in this wood, in the chair. Take a look. We are not using cube reflections here. It's optimizing fake reflection. In fact, it's a filter that we have in DirectX 11, and I show you all these details in the videos of this collection. Okay, guys, let me show you another scene here. Let's open okay, let's open the gene. Oh, we also have the terrace. Terrace is very fun to show you. So if you want to put a plant here, for example, you are working in your scene, all right, so you want a plant there, so you just need to open this. Let me show you. Where is the content browser? It's here. Okay, so after you save all these packs in your computer, you have bathroom, dining room, garden. For example, if you click garden 2, let me show just the static meshes. So you have all these meshes. In fact, I want the garden 1. Let me put the full load. So we have all the models of this package. And I want to put this here. Just drag to here. I know I must use 1.3 or 1.4 here. Okay, and I will just put this thing right here. So we already have this situation. Of course, we don't have the perfect shadow yet, but you can work in this way really fast, guys, with a high quality, great reflections. Okay, so feel free to use these models in your productions. You have the palm, very detailed. Okay, you may want to always change this to 1.3 or 1.4. Okay, guys, so this is an example. Let me open the gene scene. I want to make a test with you. Okay, let's make a copy here. Hold Alt button and let me make a new copy here. Hold Ctrl, let me select all these. Oops, Ctrl Z. I have some problem here. Let me put this in road. Okay, let me select all these again and make another copy here. Again, I'm selecting all these elements and I will make a new copy here. Let's go in the top view, it's faster, so we can select all these things here. Hold the Ctrl and Alt button. Let me hold the Ctrl, eliminate this. I don't want to copy this. Everything is fine. Let me go in this view to see if something is selected. The sky is not selected. Alright, let me go back in the top view and make these copies. How much copies can we do here? Guys, we have a lot of models here. We have level of details in each low poly model. So it means we can have 800, 1000 models and we work pretty good inside the engine, and I will show you. Let me select all these and deselect these other elements. Let me move. Okay, I need to deselect these two. All right. Let me make the copy now. Just hold a little bit, and here is the copy. Okay. Let me make another copy here. I want to show you that we can have a lot of objects in our scene. As you can see, I think it's good, but if you want more, there's no problem. Let's make another copy of these models. Just hold a little and let's drag it here. Alright, let me go in the perspective view. Let me change this. Okay. We also have some chrome effects here. Take a look. Here. Okay. It's little, but it's good to see. Let me play. Let's play this. Oh, bad size. It's because the player start is in a bad place. Okay, let's go here. As you can see, we have a very clean viewport, no lags, guys. We have LODs for the bike, LODs for the weight machine. Okay, let's go here. If you want to show more, if you want to see more details, just maximize the viewport, and you see all the details. Okay, the numbers, it's everything with high quality. Okay, Tonka. Alright, let me go in the script. Let me break out this just to show you that we don't have lag. That speed is because I changed it in a realistic way. So here is in the UT speed. Okay, as you can see, how many objects we have here. Let's go in this find actors, and here you see we have, alright, more or less 800. Okay, you can have 1000 or even more objects in your scene, and it will still be easy to work and move inside the viewport. So this is the advantage of the low poly models. Low poly models are the future, guys. Let me go back here in this screen, configuring UDK. So I talked a little about configuring UDK. We will work in the videos managing the textures, the materials. Alright, final considerations. So before I talked about the final considerations, we have the load process. I already showed it to you here. Okay, guys, we are always working to give you the best models for your projects, and always giving the best models, the best resources for artists. We also want to train you, so you will know how to make these models for you, for your projects. Okay, so for the future, guys, low poly projects will be always good to use in productions, from mobile phones to the top computer in the world. So we have lessons of the Unreal Engine 4. So in the Unreal Engine 4 you absolutely have great reflections, great light effects, great shine effects, lighting setup. You have so many news in the Unreal Engine 4. I show you a little options here in this course, alright, because it's not a course of Unreal Engine 4. Of course, I'm making this for you to work with our models, to work with inside our pipeline, okay, our production method. So I hope you like. I know this video is a little long, too long, but I had to say all this information for you, and hope you like to see the other videos. So and see you soon. Hope you like it, and bye bye.